Let me do a hashtag, and I'm going to start it. Ready? Boink. Here we go. So you guys are all online right now. So smile. Don't pick your nose. So go look for it. Did you guys find me at the Mia Connect? The Mia Connect. TheMiaConnect. Woo! Okay, now you got to mute yourself though. So can you see everybody popping in? This is live streaming. This is one of the simplest things. This is what I love about live streaming. You have your own little broadcasting tower right up in your hand. So I just wanted you to see it. I can hear y'all coming on to it. Can you guys all see it? All right, you guys, I'm Mia Voss, and I'm at ShiftCon. This is everybody who's here for live streaming. So you guys, everybody that's in here, go follow them. Say hey. So you see how the numbers are going up? So this is your first time. I broke a cherry on Periscope. But this is one of the ones that we use. So do you see the hearts that are going on? Let's see if everybody's saying hey. Hey, Kiam. Wave everybody. Hey, Don Swick. Kelly right here is on here as well. Kelly and I met through Blab. So we'll talk about relationships that happen through live streaming. So yay. All right, you guys. So we got 17 people watching. It's kind of fun, but I wanted you to at least see and get started on it right away. Y'all seen how it works? Who's this first time on Periscope? Yay. Do you feel fancy? All right, great. And I think Chef's actually started the Blab too. All right, I'm going to shut this down. All right. Chef, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yep, I'm Chef Dennis. You can find me at AskChefDennis.com. And I'm just muting myself here on this because I am blabbing not only from here, but I'm blabbing from here. So we do a lot of live streaming. We did a lot of Google Plus, and we have not abandoned Google Plus. It's just right now, this seems like a really good choice for business. It works seamlessly with Twitter, which is why we love it. And you can do these kind of shows live from mobile if you're using Chrome, and live from your desktop or laptop very easily, and gain a whole new audience. People are always asking us, do I bring my audience with me? Well, you can if they want to come, but there's no sense beating someone over the head with something, trying to make them come. It's better to develop a whole new audience.
It's like going to a new school.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have to sit at the lunch table by yourself, but we'll get into that. And I'm Mia Voss. Chef Dennis and I do shows together. We've met each other on Google Plus about 2 years ago. Was really big on the Google Hangouts platform. And then when these three that we'll talk about, Periscope, Meerkat, and Blab came along, I decided I wanted to try that out. And what we really want to encourage you guys today, especially since it's so fun to be here with a tribe of people, I really want to help you guys come away with a ton of information. You're going to get overwhelmed because there's a lot about these platforms. But more importantly, we want to help you build your audience and then bring yourselves together too, which is what our big influence is. So, okay. All right, so we talked about the agenda. This is what we had on which apps do you want. We want to use Blab, Periscope, or Meerkat, how to connect with an audience, online etiquette, which is huge because you can really piss some people off. By the way, I swear, so if anybody gets offended, I'm going to try and tone it down for you. But I'll keep it fun because it's the last one of the day. I want to keep you awake. Right, Sheffy?
Absolutely.
You too.
Yeah. If you see me snoozing, tell her.
We went how to engage on live streaming and find a bunch of braving new fans, which is fun. And again, your tribe. And then I said this specifically, how not to look really bad on camera. Somebody's like, did you mean that? I said, yep. How not to look really, really bad on camera. All right, first of all, you're going to get overwhelmed. So try not to get overwhelmed. And we're really going to give you a lot of information, but we want to try and be as kind of big picture as possible. Hi,
and we have people here saying hello, and they want to know where we're at. And we are at ShiftCon in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Coming live.
Yep, we're coming live. We started early, but that's okay. So we'll show you this here in a second. So this is the other platform we're using. So the first one we'll talk about is that this is, like I said, this is your own broadcast tower. And it's super, super fun to have this. That, of course, it's scary as hell. I get that, but you're going to jump in. So I love the KLT factor, the know, like, trust, especially with what you guys do. You know, you're in an arena that sometimes people are like, what is it you do? And it's green. It's not always friendly. So this is going to really establish that, like, there's a face, there's a story to what your message is. You're combining sight and sound and creating a brand awareness. You're touching pain points, helping get awareness. And you get new followers. And then you find new people inspire and encourage you, like this guy here, which I love. Okay. It sounds loud to me. I'm like, I think I'm yelling at you. So help you gain followers. And then this I love, and I think you know about this too. There's definitely this three-dimensional relationship builder to this. It's not new. Of course, we've had Google Hangouts. We've had YouTube live stream. course, you can do anything. You can do Instagram, Twitter videos, but this is when you're actually touching people like that. Like you saw people, we were all talking to each other, which I think is so exciting. The barriers have all vanished and the development time for relationships has decreased. Collaborations move really fast. And I love this. I mean, yesterday I got I got tagged on a blab. Kelly was in there, and then I met 3 new people just because I got a notification that said somebody mentioned your name in this blab. I came in, they said jump in, and we'll show you that in a second. And that was all in about 10 minutes yesterday. So it was super, super fun on that one. So we're gonna dive in. You guys all ready? And we will definitely, I'm going to bust through this because I know we're going to have all kinds of crazy questions at the end. And we will send you this as well, you guys. I'm going to put it up on SlideShare for you. I ain't got nothing to hide. You can have it. Yep. It's all good. It's all good stuff that we all know. So the first thing, even if you haven't got on any kind of, Chef, just shut me up if I'm talking too much. If you want to jump in. No. So, but jump in on any of this too, because we talked about this too. Even if you are not intending on broadcasting at all, get onto all these platforms and get your name.
Yes.
My name is Mia Voss, and guess what? Some mofo has my name on a website, and I don't know why they don't use it. There's a Twitter person that uses it. So even if you have a really unusual name.
Yes.
Did you have that experience as well?
No, I go on every new media that opens up, and
For an old guy, that's amazing.
I know. I'm even one of Lady Gaga's little monsters.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Even I'm not.
You never know where something's going to lead. So it takes you 5 minutes to sign up for something. You can always block the emails and just get your name. Whenever you see something, find your name. Just like with a website, get your name whenever you can. It doesn't cost that much. In these cases, it's free. So you want to get your brand so your brand's consistent.
And this is a good point my friend Lynn made earlier today. Definitely be consistent, but use the same name. I'm seeing a lot of people that have this crazy Bill 2.10 over on Blab, and on Twitter it's something different. So, I mean, especially for you guys with your brands, with your message, you just want to be super, super consistent. Mine is the Mia Connect across the board. Yours is Ask Chef Dennis. Everybody knows it. Yep. So get your bio together. Have a consistent profile. Before you start doing anything, I think a lot of people have that. They're just not sure what their message is. They're kind of like, well, I sort of stand for this or this or this. You need to have that sort of elevator pitch, networking event, TED Talk thing, like right off the bat, especially for what you all do. If people are like, wait, chicken's backyard, what? You know what I mean? You want to have that really, really down. So I did preach that for anybody. And then what's your mission statement? What's your big why? I love that. I mean, why do you, especially you guys are, I mean, you're coming from either stories about your family, your kids, illness, cancer, things like that. You guys have a big story. So make sure you always have that right at the ready. And everybody loves a story. You love story.
I love stories.
Bedtime stories?
Bedtime stories.
I thought so. What's the pain point? Always have that too. What problem does your product, service, expertise, blog solve? Right? Because that's what you guys are here for. You are solving pain points and getting people all kinds of wound up. And then call to action, the CTA. Everything you do, just be ready, even if you're doing a blab, a Periscope, a blog. What do you want people to do? Do you want them to subscribe? What do you think? Do you want them? Do you want to go to your website?
You want them, whatever you want them to do. Now, this is the important thing to realize about live streaming. With live streaming, people are coming in and leaving, coming in and leaving. So you need to refresh, and I don't mean refresh the screen. I mean, you need to refresh your message every chance you get, not consistently, but constantly. I mean, but after 5-10 minutes, if there's a natural break in action, go, hi, and I'm Chef Dennis, and we are here today to talk about bomb.
Right.
All right. Because new people are coming in and they're asking
Guess
right
what?
now, where
and that
are
just
you?
happened. It's like, who are you guys? Where are you?
Yeah.
which we have it too. You guys tweet it out, by the way. Hashtag
Please.
Shift Happens. So we're talking to everybody. We have about 11 people in here, which is super fun. Some of the people we know from Google Plus, they finally come over here. Mm-hmm. So we all good? Okay. Oh, I hear somebody's in on my blab. That's awesome. Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, no, it's cool. That's awesome. That's really good. Okay, so we're going to talk about platforms. Right now, we're just focusing on these three. I mean, what's the new one, Sheffy? What's the newest one that came up lately?
Live stream now.
Live stream now.
Live stream now. We don't know where it's going. Just like Facebook's going to come out with their live streaming shortly, and we don't know where it's going or what it's going to do. It might be nothing but 100 million people doing cat videos. So it's we have to. This
is not like it's a bad thing. Can you all hear us? Okay, by the way. Yeah. Good. Okay. Awesome. So definitely and I see how we've got you underlined. That's really what it's about, you guys, is figuring out what works for you. I was trying to use Periscope when it first came out. And I was like rigging it. I was doing Google Hangouts and putting it together. And finally, when Blab came out, I'm like, that's for me. And I still do Periscopes, but Blab's what works for me. So
Periscopes will work for you depending on where your
Right.
your tribe is, who you're trying to reach, what are you trying to do, what kind of a message you're trying to get. But for people that like to engage and do a lot of engagement, I mean, talking to yourself, I'm sure you all do that as much as I do, and there's plenty. So you want to talk to people, actual people, and bring them in.
Sure.
Right now, we're not
We'll show
bringing
you this.
anybody in, but you have that opportunity to do it.
Right. A lot of times, and we'll again get into this, but I've seen people that are comedians are great on Periscope because they don't have to necessarily engage. People that are doing fitness things, if you're building something, doing beekeeping, again with the chickens, you may just we are not going to get into details. Oh, we stop already. I keep hearing myself. We're not going to try and get into details because each one of these, first of all, they change don't you think, Jeff? They change every other day.
Every other day, sometimes twice a day.
Right. Because it's beta. So we're gonna give you as much information you can make your decision. We are gonna have a webinar at some point, and then there's a lot of good resources I can lead you to as well for right now. Okay.
But the important thing is just to stay on top of it when you join anything like this, because especially when it's in beta, I mean, you'll log on and something will be different. And at this point, it's something positive. So It's a good thing. And, this is a time you've really got nothing to lose by coming on now. It's brand new.
Yes.
It's the bottom. We're right as it's starting. There's maybe 20,000 users if there's that many right now. But once they release it and everybody starts jumping on it and sees what it can do, it's going to explode. So find your niche now.
Exactly. Especially for you guys, just plant that flag. I mean, if you have these really cool things that you're doing, how fun would that be to you're known for that one specific thing? Now, anybody can emulate you, and that's great, but you came to that table first and you started it and you're building content, which is awesome. So yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, live streaming is the future of everything. Whether it stays with Blab, whether it stays with Periscope, whether Facebook really turns into something viable. I mean, it's only going to keep going in that direction.
Right. Oh, I think they're saying there's no audio, but it's probably because it is kind of bouncing back.
It's back on.
Okay, cool. Let us know, guys. All right, so we're going to bust through these really quickly. Meerkat came out first. This one came out hard and fast at South by Southwest. It's mobile. Of course, all this stuff started, this is why I love Blab, all this stuff started actually just using the iOS platform, which sucks if you're Android. But I guess they do that because it's just easier to test on iOS. So right now it's on all platforms. It's live stream. It's one-to-many. So like you just saw, that's one person. Now, I usually use it like what I could do with two people, or I have the selfie stick, but in general, it's one-to-many. It is dead after the broadcast. The thing I don't like is you can share that out, but then if you come in 5 minutes after that's done, your Twitter is littered with this dead link. And they're working. I think they're going to be changing all this up. Periscope, same thing, mobile, live stream, one-to-many. It is integrated with Twitter. Twitter bought them. They're an interesting company. You do have 24 hours, but after that, the link is dead. But there are also places where you can save it and reshare it later. The hard thing is, you guys, is this isn't this perfect video. This isn't HD. So I wouldn't get crazy feeling like you've got to save everything. You're really just wanting to bring in new people who keep wanting to come back and see what cool stuff you're doing. Consistency is really good too. And then there's Blab, which we are loving, which we'll show you. But if you want to turn the screen real quick, it's mobile. You can use it on your PC, which I love. It's a combination of live stream and the panel platform. You can schedule things. You can replay and repurpose. You can embed it onto your website. You can also on Meerkat, and they do have it live to GoPro. Very cool. They send you an MP4 and an audio download. I mean, like that day. These guys are nuts. They don't sleep. Yeah,
within
Blab guys.
Within minutes.
Yeah.
And the audio is podcast quality because they want to take over the podcast arena. That's their goal. Blab, they do because they want to get people in to talk. The video does not concern them much because it's the engagement that you gain through this. It really is what's powering the vehicle. But think about how many of you have always wanted to do a podcast, me included, but are too lazy to actually go the extra step.
God, it takes so much.
Right? So here, they send it to you, and all you got to do if you want to put a bumper on it is put a bumper on it. If not, just upload the bear.
It does. And actually, and the MP4 also has the comments too. So there's context as well, because you see there's comments that roll through. So you get that whole story, which is really nice as well. But again, it's not perfect, but it is a nice thing to have, especially for some of the collaborations that you and I have.
And it's free.
And am I understanding this correctly? So they send a notice out to your subscribers.
If you subscribe to that, actually. So you have to go and subscribe to that particular event.
Yeah, there's no way right now to
that.
subscribe to a person. Now, that might be coming down the road because they're taking, like, developing this platform. And they're coming in, like a lot of times the CTO, the CEO of Blab are in these sessions with us,
nuts.
asking
it's very
questions.
Cool. It's very wild west. I haven't seen anything like that.
So if I wanted to listen to something that you were doing, then I would need to subscribe each time.
You do.
Yes.
And you get these notifications that pop up. They'll say Mia Voss has scheduled something. So it's not perfect. Google Hangouts was really great for that. You could have this event that you could put in someone's calendar. We sometimes hybridize it a little bit. That's a word. And we make Google Events and then put that Blab thing on there, which pisses some people off who really do not want to get away from Google Hangouts. Woo!
Yeah.
I had some anger.
Yeah, we've had to block a few
I've been throwing
people.
some shade.
But, really, it is, again, I tell them this is for business. This right now is good for business because you get the Twitter stream here where you can call to action anybody that's in this watching. Please tweet this out. And when was the last time you went on Twitter and had 70 notifications?
Right.
When was the last time you logged on to Twitter and had that many notifications?
It's really amazing. Yes. Joanne,
I haven't really been active in trying to figure this out. So my understanding is that Periscope is a 1. Right?
Yes.
And then Blab, do you have to have all 4?
No, you do not. And you can just lock them, which I've had to do. Just you. That's right. Okay. You really can.
Yeah, if you're doing a
choice.
presentation on this, you just lock the seat down. All right, so you don't even have to deal with people trying to come in. When you're done with your presentation, now's the time you want to let people in if you want to.
Right.
If you don't want to, fine.
This could change, so we want to stay away from saying this is exactly how it's going to be.
Right now,
you're going to be getting that's not what they said.
So like I do a cooking show on here. I use 2 cameras, so I'm taking 2 seats. So I might lock it down, and then when I'm done, when I have time, then I can let people in and we can talk. So, then they have their questions.
Second camera, call it B-roll.
Yeah,
B-roll.
It's the pan cam.
Yeah, it is the pan cam. It's the best thing in the world. So that's kind of that's the overview of it. Again, Meerkat is the one to many. You can embed on the website, but again, that's the hard thing. If you put that on your website and then it's dead, you really, it's a lot of maintenance. I'm not digging that. They do have a scheduler, which I love. The interaction is the comment, share, and like. Now, a lot of people ask the difference. When I initially started, I had a phone and a tablet with Meerkat and Periscope, and I watched what happened. I was totally cheating on it. And just Meerkat never really did that much. It just seemed to be more of a dead thing. But people, it's a polarized thing, right?
When you stayed on Meerkat, you had to stay on. You had to wait for people to get the notifications to see you were on and then to come on. And then you'd get some good, healthy interaction.
Sure.
But it was just a harder one to start. Periscope, you jump on and people are like, boom, boom.
I did get the show us your boobs one that one time.
Well, I'm sorry. I told her I didn't mean to send that. But
I just wrote back and I said you. I just said you first, and nobody responded. I didn't get anything. So I'm not sure what happened with that one. You guys think I'm kidding? It was really creepy. This I stole from my brother Brian Fanza, who I love. This is one of his things. This is actually the very first, one of the very first Meerkats at South by Southwest. That's Brian Kramer, Brian Fanza on the right. You guys go follow both of those. He's iSocial Fans, FANZ. I love that line. Transparency doesn't make you trusted. It gives you a window to build a window and opportunity to build trust. Boom. It's like the best line on that. And then this was crazy. I pulled this last night. Like you see how I think there's supposed to be a little, look at that. I got a clicker. Like this, 361 people had watched or watching. That's how many comments, how many people liked it, how many people reshared it. This tends to be a lot of gamers too. So I've seen, feels like a little bit more of a male dominated platform, but this is also something where you can go to Meerkat streams and watch a lot of them too. But again, this is just live. So, but it's trippy for sure. Periscope is also one to many. You can tweet to the audience, owned by Twitter. Push to followers. You really want to be careful on that because I have unfollowed people because I get this notice like every 2 seconds they're telling me to go watch something. I'm like, I got shit to do. I got some work to do.
Hey, you have to be respectful.
Yes, sure.
You can maybe push it to like a certain list.
Yes, you can. You can be very You can cultivate it. So that's what's great, especially because I'm talking to you all with the tribe, which is fantastic. You may want to create like a little bit of tribe. You also can, this is the big difference. You can broadcast it privately as well, or just to certain followers. Yes, Blab you cannot, this you can. Just really, really nice. 24 hours to replay, also nice. And then there's something called catch.me, K-A-T-C-H. That's in here too. That it's right here, yeah. Replays can be viewed. You just have to, and this you want to do because it's, oh my God, it'll eat your phone memory up when you download all these too. But you interact, you comment, you mention, you share, you do hearts, which is kind of cheesy.
Now,
The hearts are
does
kind of
that
cheesy.
download that catch.me, will it download the replay video to you?
No, it does not. It creates a little website you can go to where you can download that as well. And then there's also an embed code.
But you
which
can
is really
download
nice.
that to your phone, can't you?
You can download it to your phone.
Right, but it eats up your phone memory.
Right, so you just have
so-
I found a website where you can put the Periscope replay link in as long as that replay is active, and it will download that video for you to your computer.
There's that
So
one
you
too.
don't have to save it to your
Right.
Right.
I like having the one that I can go to as well. Did you have a question on
Yeah,
it?
can you then, once you download it, can you then like upload it to YouTube?
Yes.
Yes.
You can. The one thing, let's just talk about any kind of violation. If you have music on in the background, you guys really have to be careful. I had something where I had 2 seconds of a song, and when I uploaded it to YouTube, boom, it was immediately gone. YouTube cruises through and looks for, I'm talking happy birthday kind of stuff, people. So just be careful. So what I would do is I would start a Periscope, and I wouldn't or I would start a Google Hangout, and I wouldn't record. I'd have a fun song in the beginning, and then I would record it because I knew, and I did not want to piss off the YouTube gods
Right.
at all. Well,
Yeah, they nailed me.
Tell 'em real quick.
I
Yeah.
was
you got
hacked, and violent, terrible videos were uploaded from God knows where, not from anywhere near me. And there is no recourse. There's no one to talk to. There's no one that will even communicate with you. So I was in YouTube jail for 6 months, and I have another like 6 weeks to go on my sentence.
And can I just tell you, I don't know if you've followed him, but you have almost 800,000 Google Plus followers, 14,000 Twitter. So yeah, if they're not listening to you, that put the fear.
And I am like the most milk toasty person on what I show.
know.
So it's not like, I'm questionable.
Oh, Jeremy Murphy says happy birthday is now fair use.
Woo-hoo.
We have a recent court decision on that, copyright, but point well taken. So yeah, happy birthday, everybody. Right? Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, because especially, and Jay McMichael's talked to me about this too. We're talking things that you pay cable to watch. Yeah. So football games, because I love award shows. I just want somebody to sit and watch me watch award shows.
I think part of the problem is
I really do, like Mr. Science Theater.
If you're trying to monetize your YouTube account, that's when it really gets bad. But if you're not monetizing, I don't think they give you as much problems with it.
We might bring Jay in for like 2 hot seconds if he's going to talk about the Pope. Hold on a second. Make it quick.
Come on, Jay, man.
Come on. All right. So replays can be viewed. So so just really pay attention to that too. One more on this.
Do you know if there's any limitations on monetizing since you can do like a private broadcast? Like if I was thinking I would do, a live broadcast a private broadcast for 10 people that want to be in my class.
I don't know, but I think what you probably have to do is, I don't know. I'd still go with Google Hangouts on that one and just make it private because then you can upload it. That goes to YouTube. I don't know. What do you think, Chef?
I would do that.
Yeah.
I would upload it to YouTube separately.
Upload it to YouTube separately, maybe. Just because you want somebody to have it, like be a part of it. I do a show called the Food and Booze Show. So both of us travel around. This was at Ocean Prime. Look at me getting my grub on, getting my drink on right there. And then we had a guy from LA or Vegas who I got to meet this week. And then Chef is in Orlando. So these are shows that we do. So this introduces our audience to the food. And then my girl Lynn over here was second camera. We second camera on that one. So we have her come in, and then Chef also has pan view, right?
Yeah, when I do my cooking shows, I have two. And then I have a co-host, Susan Sarah, who is a kitchen designer from Long Island. So she joins me. So we only have one open seat, and that works out fine. You can still bring people in, they can go, they can come. And the response I've had to cooking shows is just beyond anything
It's pretty
that
cool.
I've had, even on Google Plus. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And there's nobody there yet.
John Preto's in there too. He sees me watching. Now you made it to my presentation. So this is John here. And then, so this is actually this is in Blab. This is the replay. This is where I uploaded it to YouTube. So it went up there right away. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi,
Are
sweetie.
you saying that on Blab you get more than Google Plus?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I get more live viewers.
And you have a big one.
And yeah, I do. I have.
I'm honest.
Thank
Once
you.
I got you, you always get me. I get to get you.
But yeah, I get more engagement there because it's novel, because everybody is talking about social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone eats, so they love food. So I mean, the people from
Everybody
Blab are going batshit crazy,
They
you know,
are.
and they'll come in and say, "You got to stop that. Everybody's watching your show in the office right now, was what you're making." So I mean, it's really a great way to get yourself out, especially if you're cooking like it. I will collaborate with anybody in here that wants to do a cooking show with me, and I will help push you in front. Okay. So we'll come on, we'll schedule it. We'll do one, boom, you're out. Boom.
That's
we'll
right.
get you in there, get you started. So I'm bringing friends on, anybody that wants to do it with me, and I'll help push it out. And Blab is really enjoying me.
Oh yeah, I think he's come back. Yeah, Blab's really.
So they'll tweet out everything that I share now too. So that's an extra thing. So Blab's watching me. Yeah, they have a crush on me. They want me to come cook for them, which I may do.
Yes.
So it's really a good media to get your message out. And again, it's for the most part, it's a brand new audience.
That's right.
And positioning. Right now, we're positioning. If it fails, it will do nothing less than give you the experience to move on to the next live streaming media that's coming, because they're coming. If
it's not this, it's something else.
They're coming. This is the wave.
We do. I mean, just because we've been around in it for so long, and you much longer than I have, I really do feel like this has many of the bells and whistles that I'm really looking for. I will tell you, this is a business model for Chef and myself too, because these guys at Ocean Prime, they get exposure, they get a replay, we retweet, we sometimes create Google events. I mean, we charge people for this, and then we eat and drink for free. I need my fat pants.
Yeah, I've gotten, because of social media, I was asked to speak at the governor's conference on tourism in Florida. I've only been in Florida for 2 years, but because of social media and hashtags I use and stuff, they came and had me speak. So now because of that, I'm going to be traveling more around the state, taking the show on the road. And I am not a technical guy. I mean, this is something I've learned. It's been hard. But you can do things with this. Like if you upload this video to YouTube, now use the YouTube editor to shorten it or to edit it. Okay.
Right.
So there's things you can do to make it in pieces. You can upload it to YouTube, make it
you can
private,
get crazy on it.
make it private, and then take clips out of it. So
Right.
there's a lot of things you can do to repurpose this, and then you can put it on your blog.
Right. And if you have, again, this isn't really great quality video all
No.
the time. So sometimes when we do these, we will record them separately and not even, and then upload it later. I do that with hotels, with the car brands that I work with. So we have turned this into somewhat of a business model of saying, hey, we're going to get you in front of people who say, and I know it sounds like a weird idea, but we've been doing this for a year and a half. And people say, when I go to LA, I'm going to eat there, because I remember Mia getting all loaded and eating that hamburger or stuff in Orlando. Like they've got this visual of us enjoying it.
And we don't even ask, is there GMOs in that? We just eat it.
We don't. I'm sorry. So that gives you a good idea of it too. And then these are some of the things that I do. Again, these are all periscopes that I do. So that was this morning. Look how it started on you. I could have sworn I started on the ShiftCon thing. There's a good example. It's like Chef's boobs, right?
There you go.
This was the other day. I've been doing a road trip. We were in St. Regis. So we did. I don't know. Does anybody know what a funicular is? You do? I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's this like little tram thing.
I thought that
like,
was that thing you need the shot for.
I did too. Yeah, it was an incline. It was amazing. So this is what I use it for. Again, I haven't shared this out as much, but I had a lot of views when I was in DC. So these were my, just adventures. So it's kind of fun. That gives people a personal look into your life too.
And this is a
I
good
love.
media for that, because what you want to do though is you want to have
Periscope.
someone in a fixed location start the blab for you.
For Blabs, yes.
Okay.
This is Periscope we're talking
For
about.
Periscope. But if you want to do the same thing, you can do it very easily with Blab, and then take your phone and walk around and show people while they're holding the fort down with a better connection for you.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah, which is great in case you drop. It's really nice then too. And then these are some of my, I should have grabbed some of yours. These are some of the ones that I've been doing. So we did, some food and booze. Chef and I were together on that. When I was planning on going to DC, I crowdsourced, which was amazing, and met some really cool people that said, hey, when you're in DC, I want to meet up with you or meet different people. I have a wine Wednesday. We just drink wine.
Which is very popular.
Blankies. Yeah, that's always fun. Again, so these are kind of some of the, and like people, this is on, I have two, you'll see that I had two scheduled. I have a bunch of replays, the followers. This is about a month or two ago. And then that's who I'm following. So you can go and see all your little influencers. What are they doing?
And
What
you
shows?
can
And you can watch
schedule,
the replays.
you can
It's
schedule
big.
out on Blab about a
You're
month
so
ahead
good
of time.
about that. Yeah.
So, I mean, when I do them, I'll schedule a bunch of them. Like I do two cooking shows. I do one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday. So one is a
Right.
basic, one is just a regular fun kind of show.
Which is great for you because once they see you've got 10, they're going to go boom, boom, boom and schedule and subscribe to every single, especially. So consistency really can be key. I'm not consistent on Periscopes. It depends on where I am, but on Blabs, I try to be as well. So how to launch, we're going to just bust through this really, really quickly because everything is going to be different. You guys we'll send you links either for stuff that Chef or I have because it's going to change, but definitely schedule out on Blab and Share. No scheduling ahead, but if I'm going to be at ShiftCon, think in terms of I want to do something in between that break. So think about your experience and what you're doing.
And you can go in and edit it up until the time you start with the time, because I had one scheduled this morning and I knew we weren't going to make it. So 5 minutes before the time, I went in and pushed it up 10 minutes just so people would have a chance to come in and see. So you can do little things like that, schedule it and then just move the time.
Jay, just
move the time, it saves the people who have subscribed
Yes.
to that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it'll pop up for them. Jay just reminded me I partnered with a wine company too. So nothing like, drinking wine for real. So you can think about these brands you guys have been seeing. You could potentially partner with them too. Focus on the strategy, not the platform. So again, you just figure out what works for you, but really is going to be your strategy of having that call to action, what you want people to do. Don't overthink it though, because you're going to change. You might change it. It's only months old, so you can't get too crazy.
Yeah, it's about 120, 150 days old, somewhere in there.
Yep.
And most of us have only been on for it started about 40 days, 50 days ago is when people really started coming on.
Yes.
And
small,
again, it's just word of mouth kind of a thing. A lot of social media people right now, but when I started on Google Plus, it's either going to get big or it's not. So I took a chance and stayed with it. It didn't quite come out to where we wanted to, but I don't think it's dead yet either.
But you still have an audience.
Yeah, have an audience here. So this is the same way. Go on now, take a chance. And again, if anything else, you're honing your skills.
That's right. And I'm going to go back to the size queen comment because you really, would you rather have 100,000 people that are watching that aren't people, or 10 people that are so engaged with you and are coming back to see? So you really can't get upset about the numbers. Yeah. So
and that's what I have now on here. I have the engagement. The people that are watching now are so engrossed and so happy about it that it's really. That's a better, and because of the engagement, where before we were just going through the motions. I would prep, have everything ready, turn the camera on, get started, go through the motions. Now I prep in front of them. I answer questions while I'm prepping. I let them see everything I'm doing. I had a major screw up with my spiralizer. I kept going. I panicked. I'd use a spiralizer once. I said, hey, this is easy. I can do this. So I got it out for the show, and I'm like, I get nervous. I've done 300 shows. I still get nervous, and I'm pushing on the damn thing, and I'm like, oh God, what's going wrong? So then I realized I was pushing too hard. Oh, that's what it was. But they love seeing a real person do real things.
Yes.
Julia Child would drop a chicken, she'd keep going.
Yeah, just rinse it off like, ooh, that's your little thing. So that's really important. We haven't said it because everybody overuses the A word. You guys are already authentic. This. Just be yourself. And if it's fun, especially fun and goofy, that tends to work for both of us. So I love that phrase, the wild, wild west. So you can get your niche going, niche it, and plant your flags, especially right now, you guys. It's still so new. And with being as specific as you are, broadcast, tweet, test, tweet, broadcast again. Again, you can broadcast privately on Periscope, but just don't be too hard on yourself.
No.
Like because we still are, and we're
and don't
years
wait
into
till you
it.
think it's perfect
Oh,
because it's
no.
never going to be perfect.
No.
Do
In
it
fact, it's
and
better when it's not
yeah,
perfect.
and you'll get better as you go. That's all. Now, one of the problems we have here is the camera. Once you're on, you're on. So we have to set the camera. So Google Go Chat to set my cameras before I go on and do that because that way I have it lined up where it's supposed to be.
Sure, you don't have a green room.
Yeah, we don't have that green room.
Yeah, it's a little unforgiving. And you see, these are some of our standard things. Hello.
Yeah.
Big Silver Boyfriend, my favorite. This little guy I love. Looking at him, he's called a Samsun, SAMSUN. Look at this. Let me just take some. Seriously, I took this to Italy and that went over well.
And I actually just picked this up because sometimes we'll be in places where we can't hear the speakers. So this was $30. I got it at a Sam's Club, I think, and it's a Wi-Fi speaker. So now, I mean, it kicks ass. You can really hear. So when we're in a situation, so you be prepared. If you're doing location, be prepared for everything. Like
yes.
I've been carrying around this pack all day.
What's the mic? Wireless mic? Lavalier.
Lavalier. Yeah, and I'm probably going to go to a head one for my cooking shows, just because it's easier.
Right. It is. And then this camera that we have right here is called the Logitech C920. It's been around for a while, but it does great. Even if you don't have a microphone, that actually it's so simple. Yeah. What's it, like $100?
It's $70. $70 on Amazon. Maybe. This is $100 on
You really
Amazon.
could equip yourself for doing these at max at like $150. I will say you definitely use external things, especially an external camera is great. That actually saves on it too.
And I travel with this. So this is a $10 Walmart little tripod that you could set up out there. Extra camera.
Also really fun.
Yeah.
I like
you can do all kinds of things and make your life easier when you're on the road.
The mic and Mark has the ATR 2100. It sounds awesome. It's usually under $70 on Amazon. Yeah. Is that the one that you have too? So definitely.
So you're saying use an external video.
Yes.
And a mic. Well, and now if you're in a pinch, the Logitech mic actually as well. So but don't feel like you have to go out and spend.
No, don't. I would just, if you're going to do anything, buy the cam, use that for the microphone, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
And actually, if you have an Apple computer, that actually does a pretty good job.
Here we go. Okay.
I was not. I just became an Apple user. Although I have an Android phone, I don't like their phones. But this microphone and this camera does a really good job. So if you have that, you can start on that and you're fine.
Doing Periscope, you can't always do that, but we're going to get into that. I have what's called a cowboy lighting. I think I got it for like $80. It's the stand with this umbrella and it's this beautiful light. I do miss the filter on Google Hangouts. It was really good. So so set the boundaries, time limits. You control that show when you're broadcasting for sure. Don't feel like you have to keep it going. In fact, sometimes shut the party down before everybody's gone. It's not a bad thing to do. Have notes if you're going to be doing your own broadcast for sure. Have a point. A lot of these just go on and on and on. You never know where they're going to go, like us.
Yeah.
Boot trolls. This we're going to go through really, really fast. So find your best look, you guys. Find what color you really like. What's not washing you out. If your signature look is something that's really bright and going to stand out, do it. I mean, sunglasses, hats, like Brian Fanzo wears his hats. There's just, don't feel like you have to go. This is not TV. So find something really fun, like Lynn's pants.
Yeah.
You got to, woo, right? Yeah. You have these fun little things. Prepare beforehand. Test. Sometimes if you're getting too handsy, if you've got really loud jewelry on, do a little jewelry test to see if it's clanky. Always assume you're on camera on Blab.
Yeah.
People have gotten
you're on.
Like,
you turn it on, you're on. There might not be anybody watching at the time.
Oh my God, I had the one girl that came on naked.
Really?
Oh yeah, Kristen came on naked now. I kid you not. Bless her heart. And
bless
her. It was. And so she didn't realize that she looked, and I saw her sort of sink down. I'm like, what is she doing? And it was wine clinky. So I was about 2 glasses in, so I wasn't really. And I went, oh my God, she's naked.
On the record.
Hey, I know. Luckily, I actually didn't record. It was pretty funny. So see, I just did the and ah. You like that? Always assume you're on camera. Try especially if you're going to be doing your own, just really work on that, you guys. The ums and ahs. You can even record yourself, your elevator speech. It's something that people do. The talk really bad. Do you guys know what that is? That's like the Valley Girl. when you end on a question, are you asking me a question? Are you telling me something? Huh?
What?
Ah, they like, and so Bandcamp, that kind of thing.
What?
Like just, we really need to stop doing that. Exactly. So don't panic. If you're definitely, it's a great thing. I think blabs are great because even if you do get nervous, you really only see a certain part of you. So even if you are really nervous, but just try not to panic. Do some meditating, hydrate, practice, test, lighting. Don't sit in front of a window.
The window should be in front of you, dropping light this way, but don't have it be behind you.
You can get goofy and play with some backlight, but you do not want to have, because you just become a silhouette, and it's definitely not a good look at all.
And if you're out in public and you have the camera going this way, notice that there might be people behind you dancing, because I had that happen too. I had somebody doing a little.
I saw that. I didn't want to see. Yeah. So you want to frame it in thirds. So third, you want your face in the middle, third in the top. Jay's always like, tilt your camera down, because I think it's because we had the lower thirds in that too. So I have to work on that as well. Check your background. I got on that blab and Jay said, tilt your camera down. Well, I had the unmade bed in the background and that didn't look so hot. So maybe, you know what I mean? Like some people are doing this from their bedroom or something. Really think, especially if you're a brand, you would want to set up maybe some of you, whatever it is you're working on, you want to have that in the background too. Definitely angles are everything. So you don't want the camera like from up here. You want an eye level.
Yeah, you don't want to be showing your nose hairs.
The biggest thing, people don't know where to look in the camera. So if you're doing this on your phone, find out where your camera is, because you look like you're just not paying attention. Shake factor, you definitely want to get something like that's the Blair Witch. If you're moving around or something.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to go too mobile if you don't have to. Like, I mean, I did a walkthrough in a museum. And it was kind of cool. And I actually turned the camera around so I could see what I was showing people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Which was kind of fun.
Oh, that was great. I love that too. Like we did do the third camera too. So this is the chicken head. This, don't go on with the chicken head or your backwards pajamas, because this is my usual look in the morning. I just want to let you know, this is how I've been getting on blabs. So no chicken head and no backwards pajamas, even though you can't see that. And don't get overwhelmed. This is what I look like after getting a lot of information, and I'm sure this is how you feel, but don't get overwhelmed by it. So that's us, guys. So there you have it.
Do you have questions?
Thank you. Okay, what questions do you guys have for us?
You're supposed to wait to the end.
No, I'm so glad you did. You know what? I think that went really well.
Do you have any additional
questions? Yeah, we didn't get to. No, don't you think that worked perfectly? That way you can get it through, and then we got to refine our point too. So thank you for that. Yeah, and if you. Oh, good. It really was. We did wanted to get kind of the high 30,000 foot without diving too deep, because some of it might change. If you guys are interested, we didn't pass out something for emails, but you can email us, because I think we're going to be doing a webinar on this. We're going to be doing a webinar on this too. So get in touch with us, and then if you could email us, so I can go follow you guys. Yeah. Peace. Or give me your cards. Bring them. Yes. More questions. Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Do that. Say that again, honey.
It's really. I mean, if you want to, like I said, if you want to do something, just let me know.
I'm on Periscope, you can. Yes.
When I'm home, I go on and do other things, so I can promote you and push you out, get people interested in.
And you know what? You can go back and delete that replay.
Because I love sharing, like especially.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not hard to do. I can walk you through a lot.
You can do it privately. Yes, you can. So. And it literally just starts. I'll show you real quick. Thanks, you guys. Oh, leave us our cards.
Thank you.
Hi. Okay, will you just email me? Thank you. It was nice to see you. I'm glad you got a lot out of that. Good. Thank you. Oh, yeah,
have you?
Good. I can't wait to see you guys broadcast.
Oh, who was on? Oh, yeah. Well, she wasn't on Blab, but she did.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks, Mark Trapagan.
My first Blab with me, she was my co-host.
Let me do a hashtag, and I'm going to start it. Ready? Boink. Here we go. So you guys are all online right now. So smile. Don't pick your nose. So go look for it. Did you guys find me at the Mia Connect? The Mia Connect. THEMIACONNECT. Woo! Okay, now you got to mute yourself though. So can you see everybody popping in? This is live streaming. This is one of the simplest things. This is what I love about live streaming. You have your own little broadcasting tower right up in your hand. So I just wanted you to see it. I can hear y'all coming onto it. Can you guys all see it? All right, you guys, I'm Mia Voss, and I'm at ShiftCon. This is everybody who's here for live streaming. So you guys, everybody that's in here, go follow them. Say hey. So you see how the numbers are going up? So if this is your first time, I broke a cherry on Periscope. But this is one of the ones that we use. So do you see the hearts that are going on? Let's see if everybody's saying hey. Hey, Kiam. Wave everybody. Hey, Don Swick. Kelly right here is on here as well. Kelly and I met through Blab, so we'll talk about relationships that happen through live streaming. So yay. All right, you guys. And then when these three that we'll talk about, Periscope, Meerkat, and Blab came along, I decided I wanted to try that out. And what we really want to encourage you guys today, especially since it's so fun to be here with a tribe of people, I really want to help you guys come away with a ton of information. You're going to get overwhelmed because there's a lot about these platforms. But more importantly, we want to help you build your audience and then bring yourselves together too, which is what our big influence is. So, okay. All right, so we talked about the agenda. This is what we had on which apps do you want? We want to use Blab, Periscope, or Meerkat. How to connect with an audience, online etiquette, which is huge because you can really piss some people off. By the way, I swear, so if anybody gets offended, I'm gonna try and tone it down for you, but I'll keep it fun because it's the last one of the day. I want to keep you awake, right, Sheffy?
Absolutely.
You too.
Yep. If you see me snoozing, tell her.
We went how to engage on live streaming and find a bunch of braving new fans, which is fun. And again, your tribe. And then I said this specifically: how not to look really bad on camera. Somebody's like, did you mean that? I said, yep. How not to look really, really bad on camera. All right, first of all, you're going to get overwhelmed. So try not to get overwhelmed. And we're really going to give you a lot of information, but we want to try and be as kind of big picture as possible. Hi,
and we
everybody.
have people here.
So we got 17 people watching. It's kind of fun, but I wanted you to at least see and get started on it right away. Y'all seen how it works? Who's this first time on Periscope? Yay. Do you feel fancy? All right, great. And I think Chef's actually started the Blab too. All right, I'm going to shut this down. All right. Chef, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yep, I'm Chef Dennis. You can find me at AskChefDennis.com. And I'm just muting myself here on this because I am blabbing not only from here, but I'm blabbing from here. So we do a lot of live streaming. We did a lot of Google Plus, and we have not abandoned Google Plus. It's just right now this seems like a really good choice for business. It works seamlessly with Twitter, which is why we love it. And you can do these kind of shows live from mobile if you're using Chrome, and live from your desktop or laptop very easily, and gain a whole new audience. People are always asking us, do I bring my audience with me? Well, you can if they want to come, but there's no sense beating someone over the head with something, trying to make them come. It's better to develop a whole new audience.
It's like going to a new school.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you have to sit at the lunch table by yourself. Well, we'll get into that. And I'm Mia Voss. Chef Dennis and I do shows together. We've met each other on Google Plus about 2 years ago. It was really big on the Google Hangouts platform.
Saying hello, and they want to know where we're at. And we are at ShiftCon in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Coming live.
Yep, we're coming live. We started early, but that's okay. So we'll show you this here in a second. So this is the other platform we're using. So the first one we'll talk about is that this is, like I said, this is your own broadcast tower. And it's super, super fun to have this. That, of course, it's scary as hell. I get that, but you're going to jump in. So I love the KLT factor, the know, like, trust, especially with what you guys do. You know, you're in an arena that sometimes people are like, what is it you do? And it's green. It's not always friendly. So this is going to really establish that, like, there's a face, there's a story to what your message is. You're combining sight and sound and creating a brand awareness. You're touching pain points, helping get awareness. And you get new followers. And then you find new people inspire and encourage you, like this guy here, which I love. Okay, it sounds loud to me. I'm like, I think I'm yelling at you. So help you gain followers. And then this I love, and I think you know about this too. There's definitely this three-dimensional relationship builder to this. It's not new. Of course, we've had Google Hangouts. We've had YouTube live stream. Of course, you can do anything. You can do Instagram, Twitter videos. But this is when you're actually touching people like that. Like you saw people, we were all talking to each other, which I think is so exciting. The barriers have all vanished and the development time for relationships has decreased. Collaborations move really fast. And I love this. I mean, yesterday I got tagged on a Blab. Kelly was in there, and then I met 3 new people just because I got a notification that said somebody mentioned your name in this Blab. I came in, they said jump in, and we'll show you that in a second. And that was all in about 10 minutes yesterday. So it's super, super fun on that one. So we're gonna dive in. You guys all ready? And we will definitely, I'm gonna bust through this because I know we're gonna have all kinds of crazy questions at the end. And we will send you this as well, you guys. I'm gonna put it up on SlideShare for you. I ain't got nothing to hide. You can have it.
Yep.
It's all good. It's all good stuff that we all know. So the first thing, even if you haven't gone on any kind of, Chef, just shut me up if I'm talking too much. If you want to jump in. No. So, but jump in on any of this too, because we talked about this too. Even if you are not intending on broadcasting at all, get onto all these platforms and get your name.
Yes.
My name is Mia Voss, and guess what? Some mofo has my name on a website, and I don't know why they don't use it. There's a Twitter person that uses it. So even if you have a really unusual name.
Yes.
Did you have that experience as well?
No, I go on every new media that opens up, and
For an old guy, that's amazing.
I know. I'm even one of